into the Sharjah stadium, and a lot of cars piling up outside the ground. Inside the ground, Wasim is ready. He was a long way across there, may have just pitched outside leg stump. Wasim Akram will be encouraged though, because there was a bit of swing there. Ramesh getting that front foot a long way across.
That ball offered to just move away from the left-hander. In fact, that was pretty close. That must have been very, very close there. Ramesh across, and maybe just going down the leg there.
Yes, I must say, to the naked eye, I thought it had swung back in a little bit, but you might be right there. There might have just been a hint that it was still angling across and was going to miss leg stump. Whatever it missed, it wasn't going to miss by much.
Yes, Ramesh just going there, little across, and the ball just angling down the leg side.
Well, that's well bowled, and this time he's got his man. So Wasim Akram has done exactly what Pakistan needed. He's got an early wicket, and that'll really get his team pumped up, and also it'll help him to forget about that little throat infection he's got.
Yes, and his first wicket in the tournament, and what a big wicket. Ramesh really shaped well the other night. This one was plumb. It ended on a walking shot for the left-hander. Not a lot of footwork. So India lose the early wicket. It's none for 3.
Rahul Dravid at 3. Oh, another big shout, and he's gone. Rahul Dravid can't believe it. Wasim Akram has set this stadium alight.
Wasim Akram surely is a big match player, showing his strength there, bit of movement, and Rahul Dravid got plumb in front of the stumps. He's playing across the line. That ball pitched on the middle stump, and umpire here deciding that that was going to hit the stumps. So India lose the second wicket, important one of Rahul Dravid. And it's none for 2.
Shoaib Akhtar now from the Sharjah club end. Right arm fast. They're not joking when they say fast. This man is quick, and absolutely perfect for him now, the situation, because he comes on with a couple of wickets having fallen, and he'll be really raring to go.
Is the platform set for him to really bowl quick? Wasim Akram immediately having a shot 45, catching fieldsman for Ganguly. He hasn't looked very comfortable when the ball is bowled on his rib cage.
Ganguly with the first runs off the bat. That's a good save in the end. Very good bit of footwork. 3 to Ganguly. And the thing about those couple of early wickets, it now means that Shoaib Akhtar can attack as well. If the team gets away to a good start, then you might have to bowl a little defensively, and Shoaib Akhtar is such an aggressive bowler. Now with 2 wickets, I'm sure Wasim Akram will be saying, right, we've got 2, let's build on that. Go get him. Just building up to top pace. What a magnificent first over that was. Wasim Akram bowling to Sadaqah Ramesh. That's a lovely shot from Ganguly. This one will go to the fence.
That was beautifully timed by Ganguly. He's very strong through that point area. Got into position quickly and just caressed it. Beautifully timing. Using the crease, went right back to play that back foot drive.
Well, lovely strike again from Ganguly. Shoaib Akhtar may have to rethink his length on this pitch. Looks pretty flat at the moment. 11 for 2. Well, that's got to be very close. Azharuddin wasn't far forward. It was a change of pace. Very close.
Lovely bowling from Wasim Akram once again, targeting the batsman. And that looked very, very close. I don't know how he got the benefit of the doubt, but looked very close indeed.
First run off the bat against Wasim. Wasim Akram asked Daryl Hare. I would think Daryl Hare might have ruled that the ball pitched just a fraction outside leg stump because it was angling across rather than swinging back in. Edged and taken, well taken at second slip. That was a sharp catch. Shoaib Akhtar banging it in short. It was fended off by Mohammad Azharuddin, and Azhar Mahmood has taken a good catch at second slip.
Well, Indian captain nibbling at that ball just outside his off stump. Ball a little short and quick, not getting behind the line. They're playing away from the body and beautifully taken by Azhar. Good sharp catch. And India lose their captain for 2, 14 for 3.
Oh, how did that miss off stump? Oh, gee whiz, it's probably gone close to the edge of the bat, but it must be a coat of varnish.
Beaten for pace there, Jadeja, late on that one. And that one narrowly missing the bat as well as the off stump. This is very good fast bowling from Shoaib Akhtar. That one was clocked at 92.5 miles an hour.
Well, it just shows you how you need a little bit of luck as a batsman. It was a very good delivery to get first up. And Shoaib Akhtar is not flat anymore. He's charging in now, having got the wicket of Azharuddin. Shoaib Akhtar off a short run. Jadeja off the mark. India have moved along to 17 for 3.
Winning the toss was important, but it's not much use unless you bat well with it.
Yes, I think you're dead right there, Jeffrey. It's very important that the Indians saw off the first spell from Shoaib Akhtar and Wasim Akram.
Well, I'm not ashamed to say it again. I think he's a fine cricketer, this lad. His seam bowling is much better than it looks. Hits the deck, moves it around. And a good batsman.
Oh, that was in the air for a while, but it's gone in the gap as well. And look at the outfield. It's a lot quicker than some of the earlier games. That's sped away to the fence.
Well, it's a sweet shot, is this. Lovely, easy timing. I think that's the way they have to play. I don't think they can throw the bat at the ball. They'll have to play some nice shots on the floor. Play with a little bit of caution. Can't play too freely. Give themselves a decent platform or position for the lower order players to come in and play a few shots. And it's going to take some real skill to get India out of this hole.
Like we mentioned earlier, India batsman shot. This is the last real recognized spare. Wrapped on the pads here. It also hit the bat.
Well, just a tentative push forward. Just outside, I think. Just a little shuffle. They're not sure about getting forward, are they? They never really get the front foot right out there, any of the Indian batsmen. They kind of shuffle into the shot. See, he's only just in front of the crease. It's almost as if they're tentative, they're not sure about it, they're not convinced. You have to be very positive with your footwork against most bowlers, but particularly when you're playing left arm over. You see, it's not really gone anywhere, has it? You know, you want that back foot there, somewhere here, and then get this down the pitch. Oh, look at that. Oh, he's queuing up to bowl, is Wasim Akram now. They're looking to get the ball out of his hands.
That's a great strike on the up through the covers. Sarab Ganguly, that is a magnificent shot. Just starting to blossom, Ganguly. 37 for 3. Jadeja, a couple of little hiccups outside the off stump. Almost got bowled first ball. Sack lane to continue. And that could be runs. Won't be 4, be very close though. Just inside the boundary. And that wasn't good running from Sarab Ganguly. He should have picked up 3 there. Didn't put the fielder under pressure. Just attacking that leg stump of Jadeja. With plenty of protection on the onside. And just watch his hand. That's the orthodox off spinner. It'll just turn in a little bit. Just going down the leg side, that's why there was no appeal. You see, that's the orthodox one. If he bowls his full quota, which I'm sure he will do, we'll see the one that spins the other way. It goes away from the right-hander. And there could be a mix-up here. Ganguly wanted the run, wasn't on. 46 for 3. Oh, beautiful catch. That is a sensational catch. Just when I thought it was going over his head, Azhaar Mahmood has taken a great catch, the kind of catch that wins finals, and aren't they delighted? 4th wicket for India, 46 for 4.
Well, that was hit really hard. Jadeja came out, he got the full meat of the bat, but look at that catch, that's absolutely brilliant. By Afridi, is gone. And that's the 4th wicket gone, caught by Anwar. 46 for 4, India.
46 for 4, very sorry state of affairs for India. And the last man to go was Jadeja. In my excitement, I didn't realise it was Said Anwar. He did the right things, Jadeja. He was looking to try and dominate, try and break the shackles a little bit. Just couldn't get it over Said Anwar's head, and he's so disappointed. You can't really blame him for that. It was a great catch. 6 inches higher than that, would have raced away to the boundary for 4. Luck not going India's way. And Srinath sent in. Interesting selection. Definitely don't want to get a tan, those two. The skull and crossbones there. Yes, that man creates pressure. And again, just waiting for it to come nicely. Ganguly playing it square, but they're not getting boundaries, India, and that's creating a bit of a problem for them. No momentum.
Well, now Srinath has come in to face Saqib Mushtaq, and it will be much easier for him to hit Saqib, but then he has to be careful about that straighter one that he bowls so well. Both the fielders are in the circle. At mid-on and mid-off, you generally see them back when you have somebody as coming in and as a pinch hitter.
That's the one. One of the keys to one-day cricket is keeping down the boundaries, and they've only given away 3. One was in the second over. Watch this one. This is the one that goes the other way. Look at the ball spinning over the top, and it'll just go away from Srinath, who's trying to play it on the leg side. Thought it was the orthodox delivery. So very good bowling from Saqib Mushtaq. That's a terrific delivery.
He's got him here. Get that ball carry. That's what Daryl Hare has to decide. He's looking at the square leg umpire. He's going to ask the third umpire. India has lost their 5th wicket here. There's definite sound. Now did that carry.
Yes, Ravi, I think that carried. There's tremendous pressure on the Indian team. Score 50 runs, 4 wickets down. Srinath, not a recognised batsman. It's very difficult for a non-recognised batsman to cope in such a pressure situation.
You think it was the right decision to send a pinch hitter at that stage?
I certainly did not. I don't know what the thinking was behind it, because with all India should have hoped for is to keep accumulating any total to set Pakistan, and anything above 160 in a final. Lot of pressure, hoping that Srinath and Prasad get a breakthrough in the beginning. I think that was the only hope India has, and even now the thinking should be to occupy the crease, to get as many runs as possible, because if they lose any more wickets, the match is going to be over very shortly.
Yes, Ganguly is the man on whom India's hopes rest on. He's got to stay right through this innings. India have to look to try and bat 50 overs. Yes, Imran, one just got the feeling that he cut down his pace, and therefore he got the ball to swing. Arshad Khan is the other off-spinner on the side. He's different from Saqib. He's taller. He does give the ball air, but he doesn't have the same variety of a Saqib.
Yeah, Arshad Khan here, you see he's higher arm action. I think he's a bigger spinner of the ball, but as you say, not the same variety. You see, the Indian batsmen are doing the right thing, Ravi. They're just trying to collect runs, and they're really Azhaar should be really sending a glove, telling them that, look, you should not take undue risks, because the match could easily just finish if one of these recognized batsmen goes. Then there's hardly anything left.
Good timing.
Well, I think that could have been 4 runs, Ravi. It remains to be seen whether Saeed Anwar was within the boundary when he touched the ball, or was he partly out. Now, let's just see that. What do you say, Ravi? I thought he was still, his foot was in the air when he pushed it back, but I don't know. What
Yes,
do you think?
I think he's safe, because his leg wasn't grounded when he touched the ball. It was only in the air on the other side of the board. So 3 runs, therefore, Ganguly.
It also, Ravi, showed how easy the wicket is. I mean, Ganguly played that shot on the up. Here, let's see again. Here, now watch, he touches the ball here. His foot is in the air, but yes, it wasn't on the ground when his hand was on the ball, so quite correctly not given 4.
Well, he's just going to prove you wrong. He's down the wicket, and it's very good play. He's going to pick up a couple, and you really do need to use your wickets, use your feet. 76 for 5. And he just works it away again behind square. He'll be looking for 2 here, and he's going to go. He's going to have to hurry. There'll be a big appeal here, and I think they'll call for the third umpire. This is going to be very close indeed. The Pakistanis are absolutely delighted. Lovely fielding from Shahid Afridi. And Robin Singh was always struggling.
Well, this is going to be tight. It really is going to be tight. Gone. Well, when slow it down, he's gone, I'm afraid. I don't think any words are needed to describe the fact that he's short. Frustration, disappointment. But they've been so much under pressure that it was a desperate second run. 82 for 6.
And this really shouldn't happen at that speed. A slow bowler bowling, no balls.
They want more players like Moin Khan. Oh, he should get home there, all right. Oh, that's tighter. That was dodgy, that is dodgy. No, he didn't expect that, didn't I, Mongia? He was coasting a bit. Very, very clever fielding there. Yusuf Johanna was the fielder who spied Mongia, was in trouble. Look here, he's in big trouble. Oh, he's just made it, I think. If that had been a direct hit, he was going to go.
This is so tight. Did he just get home? Yes, he did, I think. Very good thinking from Yusuf Johanna. He spotted that Mongia had a long way to go, and this is a very good throw. Not a great take. He didn't keep his eyes on the ball. It still went into the hands, though, and that's very close.
Well, I think he'll get the benefit there. It's that tight. He might well just get the benefit. Oh, I think he might go there. That's a better angle, isn't it?
Oh, that's out from there.
Oh, totally different angle. Can see the bails go up, and he's short of his ground.
Amazing how deceiving that is.
Totally different angle has given him out. Well, that was brilliant fielding. It really was. It was the quick thinking to throw to Mongia's end when it looked as if Ganguly was going to struggle. Well, India in trouble and 2 run-outs. Not very clever. 84 for 7.
Ajit Gurkha is the new batsman.
Oh, big appeal from Mohan. There was some noise, but I had a feeling he might have hit his pad with the bat.
Well, you see Afridi is a very enthusiastic cricketer, a lot of passion. Misfielding. I think they'll go 3 runs.
That's 50 for Ganguly. Very good innings. India 104 for 7. Man at long off, and Azhaar Khan has got the big wicket here. Ganguly just stands in the middle of the pitch. He's very disappointed with himself. He didn't really go hard at that ball at all. I'm not sure whether he was actually just trying to chip it or whether he meant to hit it straighter.
Well, I agree with you. It was just as if he was half-hearted whether to go for the big one or not.
104 for 8. Interested in your thoughts on Shoaib. Once again, hesitation, and a good throw there would have had a Gurkha run out by miles.
There's no plan to the innings. There's no backup plan. If something goes wrong, then you always fall back on some sort of a backup plan. But I found the Indians completely adrift.
Well, that's away for 4. A very fortunate 4, but also helpful. It's 111 for 8.
Well, the fielder standing there at deep point, Shahid Nazir. And in fact, right through this tournament, we've seen the sun getting into the eyes when the fielder goes in that direction. That's good placement by Kumble. Looks for 3 here, and he gets it comfortably. And he's gone this time. So the third run out of the Indian innings. Ijaz Ahmed is a very, very good fielder. And once again, the Pakistanis have hit the stumps direct. You could see that there was hesitation in the calling.
Beautiful direct hit from Ijaz. He's a specialist at that point position. Kumble was looking dicey in his running and eventually paying the price. 122 for 9.
123 for 9. The last man to go was Kumble.
This was wonderful work from Ijaz Ahmed, picking it up on the running stride and direct hit.
He's cleaned him up here. The bails have fallen off. Ajit Agarkar was running for the single. So the Indian innings has come to an end. They've equaled their lowest score ever in Sharjah, 125. And it's been a first-class performance by the Pakistan team. Led from the front by the captain Wasim Akram. He was running temperature today, but he struck that off. Picked up a couple of wickets in his very first over. And after that, Pakistan never looked back.
Well, Wasim kept his best for the final. Look at that delivery. Beautiful in-slanting ball. And finishing the Indian innings in style.
Indian batsmen struggled against the top quality Pakistan bowling. Except for Saurav Ganguly, who made a 50 from 96 balls, rest struggled to come to grips with the variation and speed of the Pakistani bowlers. Wasim Akram leading from the front, 3 wickets for 11 runs, 1 for 31 for Shoaib Akhtar, bowled with a lot of pace, 2 for 31 for Azhaar Mahmood and 1 for 24 for the off-spinner Arshad Khan from his 10 overs. Easy target for Pakistan. They just require 126 runs to win the final and 2.52 runs in over.
He's certainly struck the ball beautifully so far, and he's got a boundary to get off the mark.
He's such a sweet timer of the ball, Saeed Anwar. Has a casual air about his batting. This was effortlessly struck, getting on top of the ball nicely, caressing it beautifully in the gap. Nice free swing of the stick, full face of the bat. That was a brilliant shot.
Oh, that's beautifully hit. 6. No, just bounced inside the boundary board.
Lovely clean strike once again from Saeed Anwar. Taking the attack to the bowler. Picked up nicely. Sweetly timed once again. That almost went all the way. Inches away from the boundary. Went first bounce for 4. As cheerful as ever, Jadeja has really done well here for himself and for Indian cricket.
Nicely into the gap now. We've got an opportunity to run a few here because the fieldsman dived in attempting to stop it. Robin Singh. Pakistan 15. Good timing from Afridi.
Prasad here continuing, and that's picked away on the onside. 1 bounce over square leg.
Well, this is a problem when you bowl at shot-playing players like Afridi. He'll play a miss a few times. You maybe think you're going to get him out, but if you bowl anything in his area that he fancies, he dispatches it very quickly. And usually, a lot of the time, it goes for 6. This one just falling short, I think. You've always got a chance as a bowler, but then at the back of your mind, you're thinking, if I don't quite bowl it just right, it maybe get walloped over the top. So there's a plus and a minus when you're having a go at him. There's just a little bit in the pitch. 2 aggressive fast bowlers running in, Shoaib Akhtar and Wasim Akram, but the ball didn't move that much.
And again, he's hit that over the infield. This won't go all the way. Another couple of runs for Saeed Anwar. He does play that shot well. He's not quite got hold of it, but there's enough bat on it to reach the fence. That's in the air, but in the gap as well. Powerfully struck through the offside by Afridi.
He's one of those players you don't want to miss his batting. Some days it's 5 minutes, but if it lasts an hour, it's quite entertaining. He's just so gifted at hand-eye coordination. He doesn't know too much about technique, and he doesn't bother too much. He's got a basic idea about it, but after that, it's if I smack it hard enough, I'll get 4 or 6. And if those little singles come along like that, well, they're all right. I'll take them in between.
That's up in the air. Masood coming underneath it, and he takes it. No ball signaled by the umpire. So Azhaar taking a chance with that short delivery. But we'll have to wait and see how much he's overstepped, or is that over the shoulder?
Well, I'm pretty sure that the batsman knew it was a no ball. That wasn't a fluke. Saeed Anwar knew immediately.
So it has to be over the shoulder. But that's okay. Yes, I think if Saeed Anwar had been standing normally, that would have been above the shoulder. So good start here by these 2 openers. That's more runs on the onside. He should get 2 with Srinath's arm. Down the track, and it's up in the air. 2 fielders coming underneath it. It's gone miles up in the air, but very well taken in the end by Ganguly. So Afridi again could not control himself, and he's been dismissed once again by Kumble.
Well, we were saying Afridi wouldn't be able to resist. That's the way he plays. It's exciting, it's interesting, but that went a long way in the lights. That's a wonderful catch. That is an absolute corker. That's a real steeplejacker catch. He held his nerve, and he didn't really look like dropping it, to be fair to Ganguly. 53 for 1.
We saw a little glimmer of hope for Pakistan, for India. Ijaz, the man who just come out, he made a magnificent 100 in the first game. He really did play well, Ijaz. Very powerful man. Batsman crossed, of course. And that's a nice little wrong on, or googly, whichever you like to call it. So I didn't read it. Lovely piece of bowling. Again, that's beautifully played. What a great shot that is. Saeed Anwar with the wrist. He is such a supreme timer of the ball, this man. A late flick of the wrist, and away it went.
Here we see another slow ball, and I think this is where the inexperience tells, because having bowled him the slow ball before, Saeed Anwar was already waiting for it, and very nicely flicked it for 4 runs.
And more runs here. This will also be 4. What a bit of timing that is. He didn't even really appear to hit it, and it just raced away. So Saeed Anwar on fire here. Pakistan racing away from India.
Well, I don't know, Barry, but I feel that in terms of timing, there's not much difference between Saeed Anwar and Brian Lara. Because, you know, just watch, it was just almost a defensive push. And it raced to the boundary. I mean, it just puzzles me why Saeed Anwar does not get more runs. I think he's one of the most talented batsmen I've seen.
Yes, it must be the temperament, Imran. I mean, there's just so much talent there. The timing and the placement of that shot was just exquisite. Ijaz, he's an entertainer. I'd love to watch him bat inside Anwar. He's also playing really well, so just a single there to Ijaz. The target just looking easier and easier. 125, not nearly enough. They batted very poorly, India. Apart from Ganguly, he got 50 and then really gave it away himself. No one else even looked remotely threatening to the Pakistanis.
There was just no plan, Barry. That was the worst thing about the Indian batting. They just seemed to never recover from the shock of losing those 2 wickets. And really, it was a very aimless piece of batting after that.
Out. Gordon bowled. That's the other one again, the googly. Saeed Anwar trying to flick it away on the onside. Got the leading edge. And he's out. So, Anil Kumble, he really has struck twice. He's been, for me, equal to any of the quicks in this tournament. Superb bowling.
Here you see Saeed Anwar closing the face of the bat, trying to play it on the onside, and a straightforward cotton ball. Well bowled by Kumble.
65 for 2 as drinks come. Oh, beautifully played. This will be a race to the boundary. I don't think it'll get there. Batsmen will be looking for 3. This will be interesting. They decide not to go. Inzi not the quickest between the wickets.
And yes, Inzi's last thing he wants is yet another run out.
Very circumspect Ijaz so far tonight. Oh, and they're asking the question, but I think that came straight off the pad. 73 for 2. Coca-Cola for this region, Mr. Don Short, enjoying the cricket. And there's Inzi. That's a very good-looking shot, but well fielded, and he's just thrown it away. Ganguly did really well to cut it off, and now he's paid the penalty. He's given away 3, unfortunately. Did so well to get there, and then muffed it.
And a very good shot by Inzamam ul-Haq. Just watch this. Not really hit very hard, but timed it well.
Appealing for caught behind. Ijaz really went after that wide one. Inzamam, don't know how loudly he called there, because Ijaz was very slow in starting. And Srinath now has got a complaint against Inzamam, and I think Inzamam saying, well, wasn't my fault, mate.
Well, fair enough. I think it wasn't even Srinath's fault. He was waiting for the ball to be thrown into him. He was trying to cover the stumps. There's Inzamam, not the best of runners. There he is.
Quite well played actually by Ijaz. He let that one run away behind point, and then well run. 81 for 2. Srinath is going to continue. That's well hit, almost caught, but right off the middle of the bat and called no ball by umpire KT Francis.
Very seldom we've seen hook shots in this match, and that was perfectly executed by Inzamam. He was in absolute correct position. The ball just stood up on him. And there he is, roll of the wrist, keeping the ball down, although managed to get to the fielder, but then he knew it was going to be called a new ball. It was too high.
Long chase for Prasad.
A full toss, very nicely taken. No ball called by the umpire. Stops almost by itself on the boundary before Prasad can pick it up. Batsman go for easy 3.
He picked the slower ball and he whacked it.
There's all power behind that shot. He's treated Ajit Agarkar without a disdain playing that shot. Just took it on the full. Saw that slow one very early. Just smashed it. Tennis shot that was outside the house and just takes it from there and whack it goes.
Once again, the hook shot on this occasion, not quite timing it. Pakistan 103 for 2. Ijaz is looking for 2. And he's back comfortably.
Well, I would say Inzamam is running well, although he's not going to the danger end. Kumble has been the main bowler. He's bowled so economically and so well. He must get a lot of credit for it. Although Sharjah is considered to be batsman's paradise, but then he's bowled so well, and so is Prasad. Both of them together have bowled superb spells, superbly for India. That's nicely hit by Inzamam through the gap. A fantastic shot. So much in line and played so brilliantly. 111 for 2, Pakistan.
Just 15 runs separate them from what would be a tremendous win here. And more runs for Ijaz here on the onside. Again, lovely timing. And that's gone all the way.
A very happy Wasim Akram.
Yes, for someone who's been popping pills all night to get his temperature down, he should be very relieved and happy.
I'm afraid, Ravi, the Indian team just did not play to any sort of plan after losing those 2 early wickets. And I get the feeling that with a batsman of the caliber of Sachin Tendulkar, they perhaps would have played it differently, because a world-class batsman coming in would have perhaps given them the stability, but they seem to just lose confidence in themselves afterwards.
Oh, that's a classic shot. He makes the game look easy when he's in full flow.
Well, as I've always maintained, he's one of the best players of fast bowling I've ever seen. After Beverages, that is. I mean, just look at the strokes he plays. You know, ordinary mortals don't play shots like that. He makes it look very easy. He has time. The only pity is that why he hasn't scored more runs and why he's not. And that's the reason, actually. You've just seen it. He loses concentration. It's not because of the lack of any talent. In my opinion, he's right up there with Sachin Tendulkar, with Brian Lara. He's in the same class in terms of talent. It's the management of his innings that is faulty. He somehow loses concentration just when he's in.
Yes, Imran, just coming back to that Indian innings, one got the feeling they just lacked direction.
There seemed to be no planning, Ravi, which became obvious after losing the 2 wickets, because one would have thought that Indians would have built up the innings. They would have played more cautiously. They would have retained their wickets, but they kept getting themselves out.
Oh, again, beautifully played on the onside. Lovely timing once again. Another boundary for Inzamam. So Pakistan here getting closer. In fact, they've leveled the score. This is a huge win for them and a heavy defeat for the Indians. So 1 run is what Pakistan require.
Well, Wasim can afford to smile. He led from the front. That excellent first spell really spun the match in Pakistan's favour, and I think Wasim should be the man of the match.
No doubt about that. Captained the side well, picked up wickets, and now his team has won the match. Inzamam finishing it off with a boundary. So a comprehensive win for the Pakistan team, and India have faced one of the heaviest defeats ever in Sharjah.
So Pakistan finished the final in just 28 overs for the loss of 2 wickets. Saeed Anwar got 30 of 49 balls. Inzamamul Haq stroked 39 of 38 deliveries. Ijaz Ahmed kept him company. 21 not out he was after facing 49 deliveries. Well, the Indian bowlers needed to pick up wickets, and the only wickets came from Anil Kumble, 2 for 28 in his 9 overs. Rest didn't look impressive. Well, after restricting India for 125, Pakistan were always going to win this final, and they won comfortably in the end for the loss of just 2 wickets. 125 India got in their innings. Wasim Akram, 3 for 11 was the star for Pakistan, and then Indian bowlers really had to get Pakistan out. They couldn't. As a result, Pakistan got to 126 in just 28 overs.